I use Claude. I use ChatGPT. There are a bunch of other AI tools that I'm playing with, but I also use backend. Because of my actual work with the organization, we are. I've been playing with a lot of the enterprise software. So whether you look at like ServiceNow, or whether you look at SAP, or whether you look at what Microsoft is doing for the enterprise augmentation and enterprise automation. So I play with those kind of system, which you don't necessarily. It's not. The generative AI and the Chat GPT type of interface. That's just on the surface, and it's very consumer centric. And if I can use
Right.
that, it's not,
Mhm.
the back end AI for automation and developing agents that can detect fault on system or detect data breach, and allows you to do better analytics for decision support. Those are real organizational stuff. So because my work is on the enterprise side, not necessarily on the consumer side. From the work point of view, that's where I spend a lot of time. And actually, in that context, all the stuff we talked about, persona management, a governance framework to protect your data, what you getting the enterprise exposed, how do you do the next generation organizational structure? I mean, even the question like, okay, who's going to lead on the enterprise side to implement this? The traditional CIO and CTOs are not necessarily ready to lead this kind of transformation, partly because they are very much ingrained with the day-to-day operation, system up, system down. We need to implement the ERP thing, this and that, and only a handful of CIOs and CTOs are actually involved in business strategy and business strategy implementation with technology. So the type of role that will be evolved, and call it whatever. I mean, it may be the CIO role, it may be the CTO role, maybe a chief AI officer. In Transcend, we kind of argue that it's a combination of innovation and transformation officer who looks at all these elements, meaning the human element of organization and human element of humanity itself, the governance and ethics, technology, the potential gain and potential risk. You got to look at all of it. And somebody in the organization has to start thinking about it and then pull in this
Right.
cross domain expertise to make that happen.